I have an idea. Um, item upload an image from yeah. This go. Is it even happening? Something even happening? Hello? Hack. So I didn't get any kind of. Okay, happy step camera. Only. वीडियो बदल चुका है बहुत कुछ. आई थिंक बहुत कुछ बदल चुका है. सच में बोल रहा हूँ. पोस्ट हाँ सच में बदल चुका है यूट्यूब में. व्हाट द हेल. जा रहा है तो मेरे को दिख क्यों नहीं रहा है. I would like to fancy. Everything's going crazy. Oh my god. So what do I do, Scooby-Doo? And also, no bro, big gaming channel. Let's see. I haven't looked in this. Let's see. एक मिनट. ये सब आ रहा है साउंड में. एक मिनट. ये आ रहा है थोड़ा सा लो आ रहा है लेकिन आ रहा है. गुड. Well, I changed some. I changed some things. What will? How is it looking now? Okay, watched. Doesn't matter. Wait. God, tariki.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Poppy Playtime, the game that continues to throw us some curveballs. Is Poppy helping us or not? Are these living toys made from orphans or not? Am I getting weird feelings from Mommy Longlegs, or is that just my normal mommy issues cropping up? You know, the usual questions. But today's curveball is anything but usual, as Mob
What?
Games decided to surprise us all, not with the drop of Chapter 3, but rather with the reveal of its brand new spin-off title, Project Playtime, a multiplayer survival game where you can literally play as Mom Spaghetti. Eminem would be so proud. In the game, you and your friends act as resource extraction specialists, head into Playtime Co. to collect the parts that'll allow us to build giant living toys. But things aren't as simple as just playing a bunch of rounds of Simon Says. The whole time you're solving puzzles, you'll be hunted by one of the game's. But things aren't as simple as just playing a bunch of rounds of Simon Says. Puzzles, you'll be hunted by one of the game's monsters, Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs, and the newcomer, Boxy Boo. My honest reaction? Incredibly fun to play. The skins are awesome, the emotes are fun, the puzzles find the right level of difficulty. Overall, the team and I had a blast playing it over on GT Live, even if there were a few bugs that needed to be worked out, as Tom would very quickly come to discover. Is that you? Oh yeah. Hey bud, it is you.
It is me.
Look at your little army. Oh no, you can still hit me. Oh, don't worry about him, though. Tom would make sure he had his revenge in the next round. Uh-oh. No! I have a toy part, Tom! No! I had a toy part!
Come on, Tom!
Come on, Tom! I had a toy part! Boo, Tom! Everyone, let's all collect.
Everyone put Tom in the garbage.
Boo! Like I said, it's a really fun game. But of course, we don't care about whether something is fun or not on this channel. We are here for one thing and one thing only. The lore! And just like with the gameplay, Mob Games delivered big time here. When you first boot up the game, you're thrown into a tutorial which is full of this stuff. Lore drops left and right. And then, when you've played the game enough, you'll also unlock a lore-filled VHS tape, which means it's time for us to head back into the cursed toy box, where today I'm about to prove to you that the scariest, most threatening figure pulling the strings in this game may actually have been the hero all along. That's right, folks, it's classic game theory time. The bad guy wasn't the bad guy after all. In Project Playtime's VHS tape, we're introduced to a new character named Harley Sawyer, known simply as the Doctor.
Really?
Not that kind of doctor. This guy doesn't have himself a box that's bigger on the inside. Instead, he has a plan that involves being bigger on the outside.
Now we're understaffed. Safety protocols are being abandoned. Workplace incidents are common. We need to deal with all of these issues at once. I'm here now with a solution. Giant toys. We can increase our workforce and simultaneously decrease the number of lawsuits.
Seriously?
Sized living toys, they're all part of this initiative. Really took the input.
Let's see. My network is literally so cheap. Lifting boxes.
Papa, Baya, bye. Mama, baby, bye, bye, bye.
I'll go to dinner.
I'll
go to dinner.
Okay. Toilets, and knowing this, it actually helps the first ever VHS tape we hear in the game make a lot more sense. So,
Redemption.
Where, while we pride ourselves primarily
Sorry.
we also pride ourselves.
Mommy.
For example, this facility is full of hidden motion triggers, which, once set off, will turn on the factory's emergency alarms and directly contact the authorities. And that's one of the more tame aspects of our security system. No spoilers.
he's talking about Huggy. Huggy is literally the factory security. Step aside, Bridget Smith. There's a new night guard in town. It's all blue and fuzzy. For the first time in the series, we have confirmation as to why these toys actually came into being. So the next question is, wait, as we start to piece together a timeline of events in the factory, how do we know? Playtime actually gives us a lot of information on that. Boxy Boo's description tells us that he was based on the toy popular that Playtime Co. 1991, and considering that she's experiment 1222 and that Huggy 170, it had to have been probably itself is actually super interesting and really complex. Unfortunately, most of it was teasing the new character for the game, Foxy Boo. By the time we managed to solve it, the teaser was already out, the game wasn't that far off either. Plus, the AirG's now been wiped from the internet, so it doesn't really make sense for us to cover it anymore. But if you do want to see the ins and outs of it, which are really cool, I highly recommend watching Sheep Rampage's video series on it. They were covering all the puzzles and solutions as they were happening in real time, so definitely worth a watch. It's a long series, it's a good series, so boom, just solved your afternoon of entertainment. Today, though, we're just going to be focusing on the details that matter for us moving forward. During the AirG, we heard from a new character named Rowan Stoll, an employee that was initially concerned about Huggy Wuggy being used to watch children.
Hello, Mr. Bear. I know you don't want to hear any more about this. Okay, it sounds like a bad joke. Huggy Wuggy staring at children. Some creep is hiding that cat in our mascot eyeball. Something seems to be taken seriously.
The next video we see of him, though, he's changed his tune.
Just want to apologize. Over. Nothing weird is going on.
I'm a fun guy.
He figured out that something more sinister was going on, and that's the really Huggy.
Boya?
It was a picture, not a bug. In that video,
One
he tries
guy.
to throw everyone off the scent that he knows anything. Smooth, Rowan. Very smooth. Clearly, Playtime's aware that he knows too much and wants to silence him. But Rowan hatches a plan.
We're gonna die. I had to pretend I'd seen nothing so the company would leave me alone. I scheduled the company, the servers and security to be shut down for 60 minutes of maintenance. While security's out, I can release everything and run. I think they're gonna kill
I'm a
me.
fun guy.
That's exactly what happens. Rowan goes down into the basement and stands face to face with Foxy, who does what toys do best, keeps him alive. Notice the dates on all of his videos, though. 1991. So, for Rowan to have seen a giant Huggy watching children and then get eaten by a giant Foxy Boo, it means the Bigger Bodies program was up and operational by March 30th, 1991. We can also add to the timeline when Project Playtime itself takes place. In Project Playtime, one of the toys that were tasked with assembling is a large-scale wood box based on the game's NFTs. We know that the toy Woodbot was made in 1993, meaning the company had to still be functional as a toy factory at least until then. Considering that this was their last major toy made, though, we can assume that the place shut down shortly thereafter. We hear this event happening in Chapter 1 when the toys begin their rampage. These events are no doubt most likely then Project Playtime takes place sometime in the decade prior to Chapter 1, the time after everyone was missing, but before we return to the toy factory to explore the mission. Playtime Code needed
Wait, what?
to go into then Project Playtime takes place sometime in the decade prior to Chapter 1, the time after everyone was missing, but before we return to the toy factory.
Okay.
Playtime Code needed specialists to go into the factory
Wait.
on their behalf to allow them to
Wait, so that confirms that Project Playtime came before Pop Playtime, right? Actually, that's right.
Playtime takes place sometime in the decade prior to Chapter 1, the time after everyone was missing, but before we return to the toy factory to explore its mystery. Playtime Co. needed specialists to go into the factory on their behalf to allow them to continue the Bigger Bodies initiative, despite the monsters that are now roaming the hallways freely. But what's interesting is that up until now, we...
You're kidding me?
monsters that are now roaming the hallways freely. But what's interesting is that up until now, we've assumed that these monsters are being driven purely by their hunger, but Project Playtime reveals that that's not the case. This mysterious voice is talking to Huggy, and presumably the other giant toys throughout.
Okay, wow. ठीक है. वेट रुको।
us that it's a prototype television tampering with cameras and alarm clocks in order to sabotage the experiment. Thanks to this tutorial, though, we now know what he wants. He's trying to stop the experiment. Still missing. These events have no doubt in relation to him, absent scientific process. The giant thing that we heard back in chapter 1. Oh, he doesn't want more toys to name. It is there are both monsters that already exist. He's keeping up men. He's keeping them alive. Oh, people didn't have to be toys. This isn't what they wanted. And the 1006 can't fix them. He can't keep them alive. He has good intentions. Even though he's got himself a scary voice and a creepy metal claw hand, I think he's the good guy. He might actually be the hero of this story. And his heroism isn't just limited to protecting monsters. We know based on documents from chapter 2 that he's also
Batman.
actively trying to save kids. One thing everyone put together fairly quickly after chapter 2's release was that playtime codes protecting children in order to put them into the perfect force. Specifically, we see these documents outlining the performance of Michaela Issa as the researchers try to pair this girl with a candy cane. But one of the things that all of us overlooked was how this performance affected neither document finished. Both of them were killed while testing Michaela. And Michaela actually sees it coming. At the end of both the documents, while undergoing the statue skin, we read that Michaela is distracted by something else. Presumably, this is the giant monster that this tells us that the prototype is saving these kids. Whether it was Bonnie Longlegs coming to kill the researchers or the prototype itself, we know that the prototype's behind it because he's the one puppeteering all the big monsters. And he has repeatedly stepped in to save the kids. I don't know about you, but that's tutorial. Familiar? Yep, the death messages from both chapters almost always end with those there, or if it's not over, it'll pop to try to get us to find her at the end of every chapter. And the second, uppercase words like innovation is key, thank you science, or he's loose, this is an emergency lockdown, in from either Elliot Ludwig or a scientist that was working on the project. But now, I don't think that's the case. Yes, there are messages, but almost things souls inside the factory, the ones that he himself has spent so long protecting. Why does he speak to us in two different voices? Simple reason would be that some of his lines are just him repeating back all the things he heard when he was first created. The prototype has saved us, isn't it wonderful? But there's actually another explanation. Think back to the end of chapter 2. Mommy screams for her life, terrified of being a part of 1006, who drags her lifeless corpse away shortly thereafter. Broken toys end up being combined into the prototype, so maybe it's a way for him to keep the toys and the spirits inside of those toys alive. That would mean that 1006 now has multiple voices inside. Voices of all those that have perished and are now incorporated, all of them trying to communicate with us at once. This, I is what we're also seeing in the new VHS tape of Project Playtime. It starts off as normal text, but then switches to capital letters. Again, two very different tones present here. Near the end, we see the line, Bigger Bodies Initiative will fail, which not only lines up with the motivations for 1006 that we just discussed, but it also matches the exact words on the game's Steam page. Except over there, it's written in a glitchy text. Now, while glitchy text doesn't necessarily prove that it's 1006, we have seen those death screens in the past use codes and corrupted text before. And a robotic monster trying to communicate in every way possible, ending up with text that appears glitchy, fits pretty nicely. Plus, there are also some frame-perfect messages in there that appear in the VHS. One that says, save us, and another that says, a pawn and a sacrifice. Again, hidden messages, other voices, all trying to break through. But while I'm certainly excited to see what the prototype pulls out for us in future updates and what his role in the story is going to be going forward, toys that we've met thus far have been made from Mommy Long even got a name. In previous series, we came to the conclusion that orphans were being used to create these monsters. They were tested in the game station, and if they were considered fit for purpose, they would get on the train to be sent to play care. If you will. As much as as I'd love to dunk on Poppy for ripping on another piece of FNAF lore, I don't actually think that's the case here. 1006 is incredibly intelligent, able to take control of the other toys, manipulate and trick the scientists at the toy factory, while later experiments like Puggy were described as obedient. These later experiments were made from children who could be trained and molded into what they need to be, but the prototype was different. He was an adult, one we've gotten to know a lot about in recent chapters. I propose that 1006 is none other than the founder of the company, Elliot Ludwig. Now, I'm not the first theorist to suggest this. Ever since the release of Chapter 2, it's actually been a fairly common theory. However, I really feel like now we have described as a family man at heart. He's always giving credit for his business to the children. Now, call me cynical, and maybe I've played just one too many huge horror games at this point, but I see stuff like that, and I immediately think, oh, this guy's shady. But nothing he ever says or does is outright evil or mean to children in any way. Instead, it's trying to benefit children. At the toy factory, we see posters pushing employees to adopt and foster orphan children. And while, again, my knee-jerk reaction is this guy is clearly using these orphan kids to make living toys, I don't think it started that way. If he did, he wouldn't be outright encouraging employees to adopt and foster children like we see in the posters. That would be taking test subjects, potential living toys, away from the factory. No, I believe that Elliot did indeed have the best interests of the kids at heart. The Project Playtime Clue Hunters found this memorandum from Rowan Stoll reminding employees about the need to keep out confidential information. But in it, we get this great founder experiment 814. Almost 200 experiments prior to the prototype. Why would such an old note be sitting on his desk? We know at least another 400 experiments took place after this one. Surely memos about those later experiments would be at the top of the pile, but no, we find this old note. A note that, at the very end, mentions using larger subjects for the test. I think Elliot realized what was being proposed here and tried to shut the entire operation down. However, Harley, the doctor, was determined.
My name is Harley Sawyer. I'm called the Doctor. When I look at this company we've built, I do not frown declining profits, failed experiments.
He specifically calls out failed experiments. When Harley takes control, the experiments haven't been successful yet, just like we see with the rats and the poppy flowers. And so when Elliot stood in his way, there was only one thing to do: use him as your guinea pig. That's why that was the last note on Elliot's desk. Never returned to the office. Harley could just lock the door and no one would be any wiser. And so Elliot became the first. He became the prototype. It was up to him to protect all those that he failed to protect as a human. Both the employees that are being turned into monsters and the children who are in the process of being tested. And he's doing everything he can to stop it, killing researchers that are testing kids, preventing more toys from being built Project Playtime, and sending us a note to bring us back to the toy factory to investigate, and then continuing to encourage us to get up when we fail. But clearly, his mission isn't complete, and Poppy appears to be the final solution. There's a reason that Mommy captured her again in Chapter 2. Remember, she's following 1006's orders. I suspect that she needs to be reunited with her daughter in some way for her mission to complete. Not exactly sure yet. It's just a creepy toy family reunion. But whatever it is, and then we're gonna find out more in Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Provided the new game project
So
just
just
a
a
theory.
theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
And if you're still looking to get your Poppy fix like the orphans at Playtime Co., you can always watch our prediction video for Chapter 3. You do not want to know what they're going to do with that gas mask. That video is on the left. Or, if you like people getting turned into monsters, you can always check out our video on Bendy and the Dark Revival. Let's just say our leading lady, Audrey, may not be who you think she is. That video is over on the right. As always,
Wait a minute. back. Yo, I'm back. Rain.
I'm coming round it for you. Just tell me what you're after. I'll go and get you for you.